Waterkloof Model Railway operator training videos. In this video we will be looking at the signal system as well as the centralized control panel or CTC panel. As we have seen in earlier videos, this is what I call a cheat sheet, but the instructions for each operator at each station. It gets ticked off once the train movement has been done, and for this demonstration video we will be using this train, the East London Freight, which has 2 cement cars and 1 hopper car with scrap. It's standing at the ready at the red signal, so I can make a tick mark next to it, and then we need to ask the dispatcher for clearance to proceed to Waterkloof and then to East London. Clearance has been obtained from Allows to Waterkloof. The signal has been set to green by the dispatcher, so we may depart. You will notice that the signal automatically resets to danger or red once the train has passed it. The train continues and it enters a block with automatic block signaling. You should have seen the signal change to red as the train passed it, and it will come upon a red signal where it has to stop, and the signal is set on the dispatcher's panel, changing the signal to green and also showing the track where it will run into. You can see the signal has now changed to green, and the route indication is for platform 2. There it's for the yard and for mainline, and it is going into platform 2. Thus we can now continue with our journey and move into platform 2. As we have reached Waterkloof, our tablet has expired, and the tablet must now be handed back to the dispatcher, who has issued a track warrant from Waterkloof to East London. There are no special instructions as there's no other trains running currently. It was issued by the dispatcher, received by myself, and this gives us clearance to travel from Waterkloof to East London once the signals are set in our favour. The starter signal has been set in our favour, and the route indicator shows that we are going into the East London Harbour, so there we go. Again, you will notice the automatic changing of the signal back to danger. The train has arrived in East London Harbour, and it's about to just push the load that it's brought into the track underneath the crane. And the track warrant has been handed back to the dispatcher. The dispatcher's panel consists of different control panels. On the very left we have a tablet with the diagrams for Bloemfontein, the passenger station, and for power where the coal mine and also the power station is situated, plus 4 hidden staging tracks. In order to turn the turnouts or throw the turnouts, you simply tap on one of these buttons and it will automatically throw all the turnouts for that specific route. The more conventional part of the control panel is where we have push buttons and a toggle switch. This is for aloes, waterkloof. This will be for vlakteplaas, and the piece very far right is the signals only for Bloemfontein, as Bloemfontein is being controlled, the turnouts, by the tablet. So if I want a train to come in to Aloes from Waterkloof, I will simply push the button and that will set the the signal, and to make sure it's on the main line, I press the red button. That will clear all the turnouts for the main line. If I come into Waterkloof, the very similar procedure is followed. Entering with the home signal, then we use the home signals button, and that will give us a green indication plus the route indication into which road we are going. The little green signal that you can see in the back just behind the home signal is the one for the block occupation. So if you exit Waterkloof station and there's something on the block, it will automatically be red. To depart from a station, you will simply have a red or green signal, and in Waterkloof, which is the exception, as you depart there are different places you can go to, so there's also a route indication signal, but the starter signals will just be red and green, and I will turn the one on platform 2 to green, and you will see that also the second repeater signal with the route indication will turn green and show which route has been selected. The route currently selected is into the harbour, but we can also change it to the main line or into the grain silo. So now it is showing it's going into the grain silo, and then the main line and into the harbour. Only once a train passes over that sensor does it pick up that there's a train above it, and does it turn the lights back to the danger position. Semaphore signals. These are very old type signals that used a blade to be raised or lowered, and we use the blade going up. Some other railways use the blade going down. Therefore we call it an upper quadrant signal, and if the blade is raised, it is the same as a green color light signal, meaning all clear, go ahead. And if it is in the horizontal position like the one on the right, it means stop. And also the arm with 2 signal blades denotes which track you will be going into. At the moment it is set for the left hand track. As you come onto it, as the left hand one is set to green and the right hand one is set to stop. Now the left hand one is also set to stop, and let's see if we can change the right hand one to green. Yes, and then also the right hand one to stop, but that is the idea. On vlakteplaas part of the layout, these will be the home signals as well as the starters. The homes will be 2 blades on a single arm, and the starter will be a signal that will just give you a single signal that will just give you the red or green to proceed.